I'm loving my whole aesthetic right now. It's just really... I mean, this is gonna be a bad place to stay. What do you think?
If you don't say anything, I'm throwing Ethan off the bridge.
I thought there was someone stood there on edge of woods just staring at me.
On November 22nd, 2025, somewhere along a narrow dirt road beside an old railway line, Amy from AIM in a van began what she thought would be another quiet day of solo van life. Her channel usually follows calm mornings, simple meals, and slow travel across unfamiliar places. But that evening, as she settled beside a small stream hidden between the trees, the peaceful setting carried an edge she couldn't quite name.
Oh my lord, that's cold. That's refreshing. Okay, I've acclimatized a bit now and I'm like really low, but there's just something so cleansing about this water. I just want to like sleep in it. Oh my god, that's terrible. There's a tractor. I think there's a tractor coming. There's like a little puff of smoke as well in it. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Wait, I need to like reverse this whole drive back out because I'm parked in the middle of the drive. Shit. Shit. Just in a swim costume in my van. My feet are like 90% mud because nothing scares me more than like tractor things coming towards me when I'm like all vulnerable. So I just like reversed so quickly. Oh my god, that's so... Oh, my stuff's still down there, damn it. Oh my god. What are they doing? Are they anything good? No. Just look at that. What is it doing? I was so peaceful. Just enjoying my life. My sassy little river life. I'm gonna go back and walk past them to get all my stuff. Because they said they're gonna be here an hour because I just spoke to them, so it's fine, but still awkward. I just need to come back and like collect all my stuff. Oh my god, that was so scary. Okay.
She had just slipped into the cold, clear water when the distant sound of a tractor drifted toward her from the smoky path above. The timing startled her, forcing her to rush back into the van and pull it out of the way while still feeling exposed from the moment before. Even afterward, the unease lingered like something left unresolved.
Oh shit, wait, is this like a... Can I go across this? Yeah, I think I can, yeah. That really like tripped me out then. Is this a dam? I'm guessing it's a dam. I don't know why, but there's no one here. There's no one parked. We go see the dam. I'm not gonna lie to you, I really shat myself driving over that bridge, which is the dam. Something so scary about it. What if it just... I think I'm still standing on it now, to be honest, so joke's on me, really. How perfect is this place? Right. If I cross, I feel like this is gonna be so scary. Okay. Oh my god. I am not being funny. Look at this drop. Ah, there's a waterfall. I don't even know if you guys can tell just how deep that is. Wait for a car to go over the top. Ready? Tracking. That's a car. That is how deep. It goes all the way down further. That is so scary. Ah, here you go. There's a better picture. Ah, okay. So we're literally here right now. And that's the reservoir, and that's the... How dams are constructed is something that absolutely ruins my mind. How? Look, oh my god, it's so scary. I am so scared right now. Look at the size of it. What happens if it breaks? Instant death, really, I think. I want to go down there. That looks so good. But if we look past the scary bit, we have the beautiful part. And look how majestic that is thanks to this dam. Are you kidding me? The only thing between you and all the way down there is a tiny little metal rail. Whoever does that when necessary, like, good job, buddy, because I could never. It's just a well to nowhere. It's just death, really. Okay, I really want to stay in this place, but I think they're all gonna be good. And if not, we can always come back to this one.
Hours later, she drove toward a massive reservoir, following the road until it crossed the top of a dam she hadn't expected. Only when she looked to the side did she realize how sharply the ground dropped away beneath her. Walking along the edge made the world feel strangely silent, as if the landscape were holding its breath. And still, the day kept leading her forward.
Okay, we're gonna stay here, I think. I don't think this is gonna be a bad place to stay. What do you think? Pretty perfect. I'm loving my whole aesthetic right now. It's just really bringing me some inner peace that I didn't know I was searching for. I just prepared my last hot dogs earlier, so it's really gourmet. This is the best view I've had in a while now, so pretty impressed with myself. I'm so tired now. And how the hell am I supposed to eat this? Why? Right, 2 it is.
By the time she reached the lakeside ridgeline, the tension of the morning had softened into open space and evening light. She found a spot overlooking the water, set up camp, finished her last hot dog, and marked the moment with a small sticker on a nearby sign before settling in for the night. In the end, it was a calm finish to a day that never quite felt predictable. Some viewers connected with her unease, noting how vulnerable moments like these can turn ordinary travel into something unexpectedly tense. And it left many wondering, if the tractor had arrived only a minute later, would the entire day have unfolded differently? Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. On June 5th, 2019, Colin from the Paranormal Files returned to Gitche Manitou State Preserve, an isolated stretch of land marked by murder, native burial sites, and stories that refuse to fade. His channel often dives into places like this, but tonight carried a warning. A psychic told him not to cross the gate. Still, he chose to walk in alone.
My name is Donna O'Day. I'm a psychic medium. I've been working in this field for 30-odd years. This is a place that is quite haunted. I will not come out here by myself at all and walk past this barrier because I've had some really negative experiences, and unfortunately those experiences have followed me home.
I was accompanied by psychic medium and close friend of mine, Donna O'Day, who refuses to even step foot on the reserve because of her belief that the park is haunted by an extremely negative entity that at one point followed her home from the preserve, haunted her family. Gitche Manitou is a crazy piece of land haunted by a history of murder and the presence of ancient Native American burial mounds, which can be found throughout the preserve. For my final trip out to Gitche Manitou, I wanted to take the investigation to the next level, so I decided that night I would investigate the preserve alone at night.
Before the investigation even began, Colin remembered standing beside Donna O'Day at the entrance. She refused to step past the barrier and spoke openly about the negative presence she believed had followed her home from this very place. She described the preserve as a gathering point for all kinds of spirits, restless, indifferent, or worse, and warned him that entering alone at night was a mistake. But the warning only lingered as he moved forward.
Here's the threshold that Donna would not step over because she believed the area past this is supercharged with energy. And there we go. Well, my light was just on 6 bars, but all of a sudden it's on 3. So let's hope I have enough light when I get down there because, oh my God, there's a big ass bug flying. Yeah, while I walk down to the cabin area, I'm actually gonna these bugs are insane. I'm actually gonna stop recording and save some battery and memory on the card. So if anything happens, I'm gonna roll, but until then, I'm just gonna walk. I'm here alone in the dark. And honestly, I didn't think it would be creepy, but now I'm like really creeped out. Also, leave me a comment below letting me know if you would do this, walk into a notoriously haunted area alone at night. Let me know. Maybe we'll select a random fan that says yes to come with us sometime. So leave a comment. I just paused the camera and turned the light off, but I just wanted to make note that the moment I stepped inside the park and started walking, it got like 10 degrees colder. I don't know if that's a natural thing or not, but it's like chilly out here all of a sudden. Oh, cockroaches and shit. As I'm approaching the area with the cabin, I just wanted to make note. I keep hearing this weird jingling sound behind me. I don't know what that would be, but I've heard it maybe 4 or 5 times, and I keep thinking someone's like following me.
Hours later, once his parents and Donna had left, Colin crossed the same threshold she avoided. Almost immediately, small things shifted. His flashlight dropped to half power without reason. The temperature along the trail fell sharply as he walked deeper into the dark. And behind him, a faint metallic clinking sounded several times, each one spaced just far enough apart to make him glance over his shoulder. Nothing stepped out to greet him, yet the silence felt thin.
Ghost main? This place changes every time I visit. Bury me. There's little symbols everywhere. I'm gonna keep this rolling while I set everything up. Okay, here we go. The lights are out. If there's anybody here at the Gitche Manitou State Preserve, if you died because of the Fryer brothers, or maybe you're buried here, can you come and give me a sign that you're here with me? Could you use your voice to let me know who you are? Thank you for being here. Can you do that again if that was you? Can you knock on something in here again? If that was you? Why are you here? And who are you? Here's another one of those little figures. Were you summoned out here in some sort of a ceremony? I hear something moving out there and I thought I just saw something black just went by my vision. Can you give me a knock? Throw something at me if you're here. Oh. God. Is there anybody here with me right now? Those noises came from the corner. Right here. It's like something dropping or falling. Kind of weird. Well, I'm gonna leave this area and walk a little back into the forest. Just walking back right now. Wasn't planning on filming this, but I thought I heard talking and even someone yell from... Oh, God, get away. Bugs are insane. Oh! These big bugs, dude. Can't even stop. I thought I heard talking and someone yell from over there. Of course, just because I've decided to not film, that's when it happens. Been walking for a while now. Oh God, these bugs. At least I'm getting my workout for the day, and there's some lights, it looks like, up there in the parking lot. I don't know if you can see them on camera. Looks like there might be some people. Oh, it's a car. Okay. Just what I wanted to see. A car when I'm here. It's actually the opposite of what I wanted to see because I'm here alone. It looks like they're just parking though. Let's see what they have to say. Oh, nope, they're driving away. Maybe I scared them off.
Reaching the old cabin, the atmosphere grew heavier. Colin set his equipment down and called out, waiting. A sudden knock hit nearby, clear enough to stop his breath. Then from outside, he heard movement and caught a dark shape slipping past the edge of his vision. Another loud sound followed, one he said didn't resemble any animal he knew. Even as the REM pod stayed inactive, the trees around him never felt still. Later, on his way out, distant voices, talking or yelling, carried through the woods as he approached his car. He ended the night unsure whether the quiet meant safety or simply distance. Some viewers believe Donna's warnings align too closely with Colin's experiences to ignore, raising questions about what lingers there. If the voices he heard weren't spirit activity, then who, or what, shared the woods with him that night? On February 26, 2025, Groovy Gavin returned to Scotland to film one of the strangest legends he'd ever covered on his channel, a series known for blending humor with investigations into unsettling real-world mysteries. His destination was Overtown Bridge, a quiet stone crossing with a history that feels anything but quiet. For decades, dogs have leapt from its edge without hesitation, and Gavin wanted to understand why. What he found was far more tangled than a single explanation.
This is the bridge. These railings are so much taller than I thought they were gonna be. Oh my gosh, that's so sad, bro. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they're cooked.
That's pretty brutal.
That's a big jump. Dude, I wonder if I'll jump off because I got that dog in me. I got that dog in me, but it's just a Chihuahua.
Got a quick question for you guys. I'm making a video documentary about this bridge. We heard a lot of dogs have jumped off it.
Well, I have a friend who has dogs, and what she thought was that people would stop to look over, and dogs being very nosy would want to see what was below and would run and jump. And of course they couldn't then stop, so they kept going.
Okay,
But that was
kind of
her- that
makes
was her
sense.
theory.
That makes sense.
You can ask me because I've only lived here since 2001. When I've seen every dog that's jumped, they don't know there's not anything on the other side of that wall. So they just jump up, then they tumble over.
Do you know why or have?
I'm very confident it's because we have a family of mink that periodically run under the bridge.
Oh wow.
And so there's that odor, that musk from them. There's all kinds of bridges. This is the only one that jumped.
That's what we were talking about. I'm sure this is not the only bridge like that.
It's the only one that we know that they jump off.
It was insane how many dogs were at a suicide bridge. I mean, I guess the owners were keeping an eye on them, and the walls are pretty high. But there was even a dog walking company there. That's like bringing Diddy to a playground. So if people weren't concerned about this, then why were some dogs jumping?
First, obviously, the first person we talked to, dogs trying to get a good look over. Because of the bridge's design and the sloped walls, it might confuse the dogs into perceiving they're at ground level, when at reality, it's a steep drop. So a dog's point of view, it's like, arf, arf, and they stand on two legs, and then...
Gavin opened the investigation by walking across Overtown Bridge, laying out the long-standing mystery that has haunted the area since the 1950s. countless dogs stepping onto the stone ledge and jumping as if the drop weren't there. Locals offered theories ranging from simple curiosity to the way the bridge's slope affects what a dog believes it sees. But the deeper he looked, the stranger the accounts became, hinting that sight alone might not tell the whole story.
The first theories we're gonna test is the sound one, as well as the minks. So humans can hear up to 15,000 to 17,000 hertz. So anything above that, humans can't really hear. So I'm gonna play this sound, I'll play it for you guys as well, to see how high of a frequency we can hear. Tell me when you can't hear it anymore. This.
So all the dogs in the vicinity are gonna freak out.
Oh, true. Okay, this is 10,000 hertz. Still can hear it. Okay, 12,000. Can you hear it, so?
I can't anymore.
You can't? Oh, it just went away. So I have a hearing age of 31. Damn, that's terrible. You have one of like 40, bro. But I got an app you can test frequencies with. It's called Spectrum View. Wait, it's saying the spectrum is really high over here. Like, I guess it would be over here.
It looks like it's clicking.
It would have to go up to over 10,000. It does look like it keeps spiking up to like 1,000, but that's not nearly enough. Okay, I guess we should probably go down there. Dude, if my dog jumped off a bridge because of a mink, I would find that mink and I would make myself a mink coat. Actually make a rug out of him and I'd put it right next to my toilet. So when I pee, all the pee flakes would bounce back and land on him for eternity. I'm not picking up any high frequencies now. It would have to go literally over like 15,000.
I think if there was one, we would hear it.
No, it wouldn't hear it. That's a whole.
Sorry, we wouldn't hear it. This would pick it up by now.
Probably. Yeah, this theory, honestly, this is the worst theory in my opinion. I'm not gonna completely dismiss it, but I'm gonna say it's very unlikely.
So we moved on to the next theory, the mink theory.
I do have to say, it smells so bad right here.
So there's that odor, that musk.
Either really, really bad trash or like something's dead. Like, especially right here, somewhere like over on this side. Dude, I feel like they would definitely like live right here.
Yeah, I smell something, bro.
Yeah, I actually smell that too. It is coming from here, bro. They probably took the dog in there, dude. Yeah. I think this is where the minks would be, bro. You gotta get in here.
Oh, they did say they were musty.
Yeah, I don't know how we would really lure them out.
Minky, Minky,
You see them all scurry out? Wait, hold on. We gotta listen for the mink sound.
Oh, that could sound like a bird.
Wait, maybe they'll come.
To test the physical theories, Gavin began measuring high-frequency sounds that dogs would normally respond to. The readings stayed below levels known to disturb them, suggesting that hidden tones weren't the cause. Then he moved beneath the bridge, searching for the scent of mink or other animals that dogs might instinctively pursue. The odor in the area made the idea feel plausible, yet no definitive animal source appeared, leaving the explanation suspended between logic and uncertainty. A feeling lingered that another possibility still needed to be examined. Finally, he turned to the theory that drew the most debate.
Paul Owen, a researcher, spent 11 years studying the bridge and is convinced a ghost is behind the ends. We're gonna start up here on top of the bridge and then go below it, where I guess all the dogs have fallen, which is way creepier. I kind of want to like walk around with it because, you know, maybe it goes off like near where something jumped or something. I feel like it would have been at one of these things, like near here. There's quite a few of these. If this started going off fully at one of these spots, I'd be a little sussed out. Right here? Right there? No. No. Okay. Well, this is a big nothing burger. I have another piece of ghost equipment, which is a lot more fun to use. This is called a spirit box. It's dead.
Ghosts do make things go dead.
It's either a ghost just turned off my spirit box, or I haven't changed the batteries in probably a month or two. Is anyone here tonight? Kinda heard yes. It's really quiet right now. Is it true that a baby was thrown off this bridge? Was the baby the spawn of Satan? Hit us with a wah, 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 wah. Bitch, I'm the baby. Sounded a little bit like yes. I got something that you might like.
Mr. Cucumber.
It's not his name, dude.
This
is Mrs. Pickles. And you know, cute? He said cute.
Oh yeah, he is cute.
He is a pretty cute dog. I like huskies. What's your favorite type of dog to throw off the bridge? Humans. Do you want this husky as our sacrifice?
said something. Might have said do it.
Jump.
All right. If you don't say anything, I'm throwing Ethan off the bridge.
Do with me as you will.
Stand up there.
No, I'm not standing up here.
Stand up there.
I'll go right here. Or I'm gonna slip, bro. Testing? What are you testing? Are you testing my body?
He's testing your trust in him.
Between me and you, I don't trust you, nor do I fuck with you. What's your name? Speak up, I cannot hear you. Lucky?
Okay, we're not getting too much luck up here, so I think we're gonna go down below. We're now at the bottom, so all along here, I'm assuming is where the dogs and probably baby would have fallen and died. Could you say that again? Look where?
Oh shit, oh my god, I thought I saw something behind you.
Behind me?
Yeah. Fuck. Wait, did it say look back?
Should we go over there? That's what they do in a horror movie. Do you have something to do with the dogs jumping off here?
No, this it?
Almost sounded like a dog. Why do you dislike dogs? What's your beef with dogs?
Explain.
Is this the baby? The baby doesn't like dogs? Stop something.
Stop recording? Shit's a Karen, bro.
How about you stop making dogs kill themselves? How about that?
What?
Bro, that sounded like a clear-ass no. I wasn't convinced that a spirit was here off of the stuff we got. I've had way crazier stuff happen at other places, just not here. My last resort was this call with this dog expert that could possibly prove which theory was correct, so finally, we could figure out.
I'm more leaning towards it has a lot to do with the state of mind of the dog when they enter the bridge and more of an optical illusion of the bridge itself. There's nothing but land and flat ground all around here. This is what the dogs see, right? And then the benches. Now, if I was an owner and I say, okay, I'm here at the bridge, this wall was 8 feet tall and you were blindfolded and you had your arms along that wall and all of a sudden on the lookout, you felt the wall disappear and walked onto that lookout. Without taking your blindfold off, you would already assume that you weren't on the bridge anymore. And so there's a ledge blocking you so you don't walk off the lookout. But did you notice that when you walked off to that ledge, that the ledge curved downwards? The curvature almost looks like a continuation of the floor. That is one of the lookouts.
Oh my gosh.
You could see the optical illusion that there's ground. When you hear the facts that people are sharing their stories of their dogs that jumped, there's a commonality in that. As the dog never stood on the edge to look first, it literally took a leaping jump before it even got to the wall and literally cleared the wall. The only reason why a dog would jump that way if it had a line of sight of the ground on the other side.
And there, we got it. To put it as simply as possible, from the dog's point of view, they don't know it's a bridge. It just looks like flat ground. So they jump with zero hesitation. It's just a honestly terrible design for a bridge for dogs to walk on.
Claims of something unseen influencing the site's history. Using a spirit box beneath the bridge, he asked direct questions about the dogs. The device responded with a clear no, dismissing the idea. But when he asked about the child involved in an incident decades earlier, the reply shifted to stop recording, an answer that left him unsure whether it held meaning or coincidence. With no firm evidence pointing toward the supernatural or the scientific alone, Gavin summarized each finding and closed the investigation, still weighing the possibilities. Some viewers believed the spirit box responses hinted at something deeper, while others focused on the visual illusion described by experts. Between disputed audio, strong smells, and a bridge shaped to deceive animal perception, the truth remains layered and unresolved. If a dog truly sees the drop as level ground, why have so many owners reported hesitation only in this location? And why did certain responses seem timed to Gavin's questions? Perhaps the mystery isn't in what's seen, but in what isn't. On November 10th, 2025, Dawson and Michael from the YouTube channel Dawson Toller returned to the Primitive Baptist Church in Cades Cove, one of the locations tied most closely to the Appalachian stories they investigate. Their channel often follows them through historic sites with unsettling reputations, and this visit marked their first full investigation here since their encounter at Bell Witch Cave.
This church was founded in the year 1827. But without a proper location, many gatherings took place in nearby cabins, and it wasn't until 1832 that a long-term church was built, eventually outgrowing the size and erecting this current version in the year 1887. One common paranormal occurrence here at the church is that of a recurring apparition of a woman showing her face and even walking through walls at the Primitive Baptist Church, when in December of 1921, Josiah Gregory, aka Joe Banty, has been charged with arson shortly before his attempted murder charge. He burned down not only his brother-in-law, John Oliver's barn, but also his father-in-law, William Oliver's barn, on the same night. Both of them were pastors, aka elders, at this very church. After the first barn was burned, friends and family had arrived to help. With how much of a madman Josiah was, things likely could have ended way worse that night for the elders at the Primitive Baptist Church.
So inside of this church, there was never any deaths. Horror movie creepy, but it's absolutely creepy at night. You're all by yourself, there's no service.
Just an old abandoned church in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains.
Basically the church, it's just a one-room church. There's pews, that's basically it.
They began by recalling the church's long history, noting its origins in the 1800s and its connection to local stories, including the old account involving Josiah Banty.
The cemetery outside the church is the oldest cemetery in Cades Cove. 399 total graves have been documented, but many of them are unmarked. This isn't from a nefarious reason. This is due to the stones sinking into the ground and the fact that some of the gravestones were nothing more than large rocks that tourists have taken over the years.
Hello? We're back. My name is Dawson. I'm saying hello to anybody inside of this church or the cemetery behind it. Could you please show us some sort of sign, whether it's a knock, trigger one of the devices we have, use your voice, anything like that.
Just outside, the graveyard held hundreds of marked and unmarked plots, adding weight to the place as they stepped inside to start the night. Nothing about the moment suggested how the evening would shift. When darkness settled, they returned to the pews and set their equipment near the front. Soon after introducing themselves, a clear knock echoed through the space.
That was pretty loud.
That was cool. And are you hearing a whistling outside or no? Remember earlier you said you were hearing a whistling inside of the church?
Yeah.
I heard it twice outside.
So I did hear a whistle and people were here. So it very well could have been regular people outside, but I did hear it as if it came from inside the church, and at the time nobody was in it. If those knocks were you, and it isn't just coincidental, could you please knock again?
Yeah.
Weird.
Reviewing all of the footage, I can't really tell what it is, but it's from us moving and a strange reflection that was caught.
I thought I heard it again.
Sounded like it could have came from the back row of the pew.
What the fuck?
Right there. Oh, right there.
More followed from different spots inside the church, and Michael mentioned hearing whistling both outside and earlier within the building. Their attention sharpened as each sound seemed to answer the last. With the activity ongoing, they moved into the Estes method.
If I were to ask you to do an Estes method. So?
Let's do it.
It's completely up to you, buddy.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it. Hello, Estes
Dance
method.
on it.
Handsome? Are you trying to say that he is handsome? Because I was talking about him at that moment. This is, I know he's right here, but it's so freaky right now.
You're back.
We're back. Yes, we are back. Do you remember us? Is there anything you would like to tell the world? Tell people?
Knees down.
Knees down. But we're doing something called the Estes method, and he is the only one that
100%.
he's the only one that can hear you. So if you could...
You're wanted here.
Wanted here?
You are.
I am? Oops.
It was you.
It was here. I think I'm gonna end the Estes method, so...
Not really.
I'm gonna be ending this. Is there one last thing you would like to say?
I don't like you.
Michael, wearing headphones, repeated what came through the device. Handsome, we're back, you're back, and later, I don't like you. The responses came in ways that made them pause, though the pattern eventually faded. It felt like the right moment to continue the investigation elsewhere.
Guys, we are officially heading into the cemetery. Is there anybody in this cemetery that's walking with us?
Log. Remove.
Dude, was that your hair I just heard?
Did you hear my hair?
Play with your hair again real quick. Oh no.
What'd you hear? I didn't hear anything.
Let's start walking back this way. That freaks me out. I thought maybe it was just your hair scraping against your hoodie. But if not, it was definitely something in the leaves. Just making noise. But now I'm really paranoid that it was an animal. Or a ghost. I mean, either one.
Outside, the graveyard felt heavier than before. As they walked among the stones, Michael questioned a sound near him, and they both noticed the sharp break of something in the nearby woods. Unsure whether it was wildlife, they chose to leave and ended the night from the safety of their car, grateful to step away without pushing further. Some viewers felt the church's history shaped the responses, suggesting old memories lingered in the space. If others have reported strange moments here too, what remains woven into the quiet of this old church? On November 30th, 2025, Jason and Nikki from Gone with the Wind sat down to recount an experience far different from their usual travel and boat life stories. After days of filming across 2 continents, they arrived in Amsterdam expecting routine work, but instead found themselves telling a story shaped not by adventure, but by a loss that unfolded in the quiet corner of a parking garage.
Today we should be sharing with you our experience of driving in the Baja 1000, but unfortunately about half of that experience was stolen from us.
Along with our camera, lens, microphones, SD cards, and this is sort of like a cautionary tale. How we were robbed, what was stolen, and most importantly, what we've learned. We land in Amsterdam Tuesday morning, we go straight to Metz, which is the big boat show here.
And we are at the show all day, doing our thing again, researching
Meeting with people,
that's
learning
right.
about this new technology.
And filming it to share with you. End of the day rolls around, we head out to dinner. Only thing we had with us was just our big camera and our microphones.
So we could just sort of not have to worry about backpacks.
So trying to be a little bit smarter, also because we're in a city, so carrying less is good because carrying around backpacks is sort of obvious.
You know, we arrive, we're going to dinner, we decide to park in what we think is a secure parking area. It says cameras, fully secured.
So we park in that garage and we had nothing else with us other than the one camera. So we put that camera in the trunk that was locked, hidden away where nobody could see it. And the only other thing that was in that trunk was a few groceries that we had picked up right before we went to dinner.
And we're parked in a good spot where the camera can see our car. So I thought, oh, this is about as safe as it can get.
We have a really great time hanging out with our new friends. Some of those new friends include Judy and Steve, and their accommodation was en route back to the boat. So we said, hey, how about we give you a ride back to your place? They said, that sounds great, thanks so much.
And as I'm walking up, we walk by this woman who's just hysterical. She's crying and just kind of distraught. And we thought, oh, maybe she had like a big argument with somebody. We didn't notice anything that looked weird. The parking lot's pretty empty. And as I'm walking towards our car, I hit the unlock button and the lights don't flash. As we get close, we see they smashed the back tiny little triangle window on the driver's side. And they pulled down the back seat
and grabbed only the camera, which all felt very strange.
They explained how everything began normally. The car was empty, nothing visible, the single camera tucked away in the trunk before they walked off to continue their work trip. But as they described returning later that day, their tone shifted. They noticed the small triangular window behind the driver's seat had been smashed. That moment, they said, was when the entire day turned on its head. It was only the beginning of what they would discover.
At first, it doesn't look like anything else has moved an inch. It was like they knew the camera was in there. It sucks. That's, 10 grand worth of equipment stacked all up? But the experiences on that camera, we can't replace, we cannot replicate. Okay, I have to handle this situation. That's from the other car that was here that said their car was broken into as well.
We immediately go down to the intercom and the area where there's supposed to be security personnel. Nobody's in there. We push the intercom button. We get some representative from
whoever
the
is the
garage.
guy that's sitting in some room somewhere that's supposed to be watching these cameras, who's supposed to be your security or the person you call if you're having trouble, I suppose, with the gate or any other issues in the garage. And he is unsympathetic and unhelpful at best.
In their retelling, the couple emphasized how strangely specific the theft felt. The back seat had been folded down, and only one item was missing: the camera carrying 2 weeks of footage from Baja 1000 and the Mets exhibition. Thousands of dollars mattered less than the loss of memories and documentation that could never be recreated. The way the thief ignored everything else made the situation feel unusually deliberate, and their search for answers offered little comfort. They recalled trying to reach the parking staff through the intercom, only to be told to call police themselves. Even that proved difficult when the emergency line wouldn't connect.
Police can ask for video images.
Okay, we will come with the police. Where do we come to see the images?
Explain to the police, and then the police will come by us.
Can't see the footage, just call the police.
We were trying to call the police. We were struggling with getting somebody to answer the phone. Like, there is the emergency number. So then we had to look up what was the local police number, and Steve ended up calling from his phone.
Is their garage that this is happening in? You would have thought they would have had some responsibility to it, but in fact, they're completely the opposite. It happens so often that we're not going to come.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what she said?
That's what she said. It happens so often we can't come. I said, well, we need to really look at the cameras, and she said, don't have the authority to look at the camera. And I said, well, the police, how can you not have the authority to look at the camera? He said, well, as soon as you've made a report, then we have the authority to do it.
So at this point, we're not feeling very confident or supported or even heard.
When they finally reached an officer, the response was disappointingly routine. Incidents like this happened constantly, and no one would be sent to the scene. What struck them most was the officer's explanation. Thieves could locate electronics using RF signals, even when devices were turned off. That detail reframed the entire incident in their minds.
The next morning, we go to the nearest police station and start to file a report.
Which takes hours. How'd it go?
The most interesting part is she said, you can't leave any electronics in your car anytime, anywhere in Amsterdam. That happens so often. And apparently the criminals have some sort of RF detector that can read any sort of frequency or signal that might be in your car. So we had the microphone transmitter attached to the camera, which is attached to the multi-interface shoes. It has like a little bit of power to it.
Even when it's powered off.
Even when it's powered off, which is why even though it was in the trunk and everything was shut, they could digitally see a signature that there was some sort of electronic in there. They probably just had the emergency hammers. They just walked up, they touched the window, unlocked it, looked back there, they saw the camera, grabbed it. They were probably gone within a few seconds. If they're smashing our car right here, the camera is shooting them. Hopefully there's footage. The police may or may not review the footage because this is so common here in Amsterdam.
The next day, they spent hours at the police station filing a report. The advice they received was blunt. Never leave electronics in a car in Amsterdam, even hidden. Insurance would cover part of the loss, but the missing footage was gone forever. As they shared the story with their viewers, they acknowledged that moving forward meant relying on backup gear and on lessons learned the hard way. Their audience raised the same possibility again and again. A theft this precise rarely happens by chance. The parking facility's repeated incidents suggested a pattern that felt less like misfortune and more like something quietly organized. If a thief could find a hidden device with no visible clues, what else could be discovered without anyone noticing? And how many travelers have walked away from that same garage, unaware they'd been marked the moment they arrived? The Grizzly Gaz channel follows its namesake host, often joined by his loyal dog Fendi, as he completes solo overnight camps and explores isolated or allegedly haunted areas across the UK. His videos blend rugged outdoor living with light paranormal investigation, using his van as a mobile base while capturing the psychological tension of being alone in the wilderness. On November 3, 2025, Gaz parked beside a secluded reservoir next to a forest rumored locally to be associated with witchcraft. After preparing a meal and setting up his electric blankets powered by a portable generator, he and Fendi headed into the woods to investigate the stories surrounding the area. The forest was quiet in an unnerving way. Aside from wind and Fendi's movement, there was almost no sound.
It's very, very quiet apart from the wind and the odd aeroplane going overhead. Oh, when we get back to the van, I'll let you all know how Fendi's doing. Don't be going through them puddles, you idiot. Go on this way. I always feel like something's just gonna pop its head up over the wall. Annoyed out already. And there it is, the witch's den. You ready, mate? You can hear the wind just whistling through those trees. I'm sure I just saw a light or maybe some eye shine. Hope there's no cows in there. There's always cows in there. Always bloody cows. I shat my pants then, look at that. I thought there was someone stood there on the edge of woods just staring at me. It's the end of a dry stone wall. Right, come on.
As they moved along the path, Gaz repeatedly found himself mistaking shadows and shapes, especially sections of a stone wall, for figures watching them. The goal was to locate the site known as the Witch's Den, and the deeper he walked into the woods, the more unsettling the environment became. Eventually, he found an opening and discovered a deteriorating structure covered in debris, which he recognized as the rumored den.
Not like that. Oh, here it is, I think. We found it. Yeah, check it out. You see the 5-pointed star with bells on it. There were loads of other bells last time I were here. Well, last time I camped here anyway. Just rattling about in wind. I don't think we can get in there, mate. I can't squeeze in there anyway. I'm too fat to get in there now. Getting creeped out. Keep hearing stuff.
Above the entrance hung a 5-pointed star decorated with bells, rattling in the strong wind. Combined with the groaning trees, the entire area felt increasingly oppressive. While observing the site, Gaz began focusing on noises that didn't seem to match the wind. After turning off his flashlight and listening closely, he identified a distinct, heavy sound that suggested a large creature was moving nearby.
Pretty sure I saw eye shine. Right up there, other side of that wall. It looked pretty big as well. Hold on, where's my other torch? Alright, so it might have been whatever it was peeking round the side of that wall. It's like a T-junction there with this wall, and there's a gap between this long one here and then the one that goes along there. I ain't got any tools with me. Got no knife, got no axe, got no saw, but I've got a Fendi. Hey, Fendi, this way. Are you having a piddle? Don't worry, I'll watch your back for you. Everyone always tells me to look up, but the only reason why I'm looking up is for branches. Right, oh shit. Come on, let's get out of here. I'm sure I've just heard someone sneeze.
Concerned for his safety, he decided it was time to leave. As he prepared to exit the woods, he became convinced he had seen eye shine reflecting from a gap between two stone walls. The reflection appeared large, reinforcing his belief that something sizable was watching. With no tools for protection, he called Fendi and began moving quickly toward the edge of the forest. Just before leaving the tree line, a final, unexpected noise echoed through the woods, a sharp sound resembling a sneeze. It was unlike any animal noise he'd heard, and it left him deeply unsettled. The moment he stepped out of the forest, the atmosphere shifted immediately, and he noted how much safer he felt away from the trees. Back at the van, Gaz and Fendi were still processing the experience when a real-world problem took over. Several suspicious charges on his bank card totaling nearly $500. The potential fraud forced him to abruptly end the camp and drive out in search of cell service to freeze the account, concluding the outing in urgent frustration. Some viewers believe the eye shine and heavy movement suggest a large animal, while others point to local legends and the unsettling layout of the den as hints of something paranormal. The strange sneeze-like sound remains the hardest element to explain naturally. If Gaz had stayed longer inside the woods, would the unseen presence have revealed itself, or moved closer? The unanswered possibility leaves the encounter open to interpretation and debate. That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.